It's not just about the big moments. Actually, it's not about the big moments at all. It's about the small moments that over time make a big difference. Hashtag the Vulnerability Challenge.
I've experienced a lot of anxiety and pain in my life, and I got to a point where I want to be able to express myself and open up and share.
Colin Bender began sharing his story on Facebook and Instagram for 30 days. In these posts, he spoke authentically about his struggles and some of his proudest moments. The response he received was overwhelming. He knew there was something here, something more than just sharing his own story.
I wanted people to experience the same thing I experienced, which I felt really liberated, and I felt like myself and connected to everyone after I kind of removed my mask and talked about my shame and pain. And I wanted other people to be able to experience that as well.
Colin launched the Vulnerability Challenge website, or TVC, to begin a social movement of encouraging people to express themselves more genuinely online. His intention is to make people feel more accepted for who they truly are.
Social media, for example, can create a world where people are kind of feeling disconnected because they're comparing themselves to other people that have these perfect lives, and they think that only me has these issues and everybody else has these perfect lives, but it's just not the truth.
In a communication platform that can often feel very fake, with the illusion that there's no such thing as rainy days, Colin has discovered it can also become a place to build wholehearted connections. When
people read these stories online, and it's very easy to kind of see yourself in these stories and resonate with a lot of them, because we all have emotions, we all have similar emotions and similar struggles. Even if it's not exactly the same, we can typically relate and resonate with it. So it kind of brings this connection, this feeling of I'm not alone.
But for us to not feel so alone, to reach out to one another, first, we must let our guard down. Be vulnerable.
It can create a lot of issues for people internally when they're not being authentic and don't have an outlet to express themselves.
It's hard to be vulnerable. And I can only speak from my own experience, because a lot of the time there's a lot of shame and a lot of guilt for the way we feel. We make ourselves wrong for what we're going through. And also being vulnerable, I think, really means leaning into your feelings and feeling everything.
A lot of people like to put on only their best sides, their perfection. They want to appear perfect and not weak. So being vulnerable, you're sharing stuff that you typically wouldn't share with everyone, maybe some of your pain and your struggles, which everybody has. So by doing that, you're actually being quite courageous, and it's not weak.
When it comes to sharing online, Colin recommends to not share publicly any open wounds, anything you haven't come to terms with yet. Save those conversations for in person with a trusted friend. Colin started TVC Tribes to create an avenue to have those in-person experiences. TVC Tribes currently has 10 members who meet weekly and have done so for the past year.
I kind of had some anxiety right here in my stomach that I didn't know I had.
And we open up in a circle and we share what's going on in our lives currently. And this could be more current stuff that we haven't had a chance to quite deal with. And we offer love and support and feedback to each other. And we always make sure to end with a big group hug, which is the most favorite part of the tribe.
There's something so genuine and authentic about getting in front of somebody and face to face and being with them in those moments, and all those little moments that add up over time build trust.
Colin hopes to expand TVC Tribes to offer support to other people in the community while continuing to grow the online movement.
I would strongly encourage people to find their tribe, regardless of what that looks like. It's just to find that connectedness and get comfortable with people again, with human connection, get comfortable with it again.
It is a specialized form of a cappella, singing barbershop a cappella. There's over 20,000 women worldwide that sing barbershop a cappella, which is the type of a cappella that I sing in this chorus. My name is Rosanna Duffy, and I am a member of the Heart of the Island Chorus. All my life I've had a strong passion and love for singing. I was raised in a family with a mom who was a trained opera singer. A cappella is a very challenging form of singing because you have no musical accompaniment. So you're really relying on your own voice and the support of the chorus and the other voices around you to keep you in pitch and on tune. Being back in singing with a chorus with these women, it feeds my soul.
The children dance as part of a celebration to bless this canoe, a canoe that was born out of a partnership between the Stz'uminus First Nations and the town of Ladysmith, working together on a Canada 150 project.
Our conversations have been around the big we, meeting Ladysmith and Stz'uminus together. So the big we being how do we connect us and so, and all of the things that we do within Stz'uminus and within the town of Ladysmith. We celebrate 5,000 plus, and Ladysmith celebrates 150. And so we sort of come to this place of how do we make that come into harmony together. And so what we decided was to build this canoe.
In spirit of reconciliation, which is happening around Canada and around the world, actually, this is a wonderful gesture.
The canoe will be mounted for display on traditional First Nations territory at Transfer Beach. Ladysmith Town Councillor Duck Patterson says it's more than a Canada 150 project.
For the past dozen years, we've had a very good political relationship with the chief and council from the Stz'uminus First Nation and Ladysmith, but we need to go beyond that because we're neighbors and need to work together as neighbors and celebrate together as neighbors.
It's important that this project it's reaching out to the public, like the non-native, and sharing our culture through this art and canoe and to this evening's event, sort of work together and come together as different nationalities.
This traditional hand-carved canoe represents something very valuable to the Stz'uminus First Nations.
Stz'uminus have always taken canoeing very seriously. We learned how to read the stars and the moon, all because of canoeing. And the way our way of life was centered around the canoe. And it has continued to be a very important, now it's a symbol of the new way that's coming. We're still traveling, and now we're traveling with the town of Ladysmith and into the future, and the symbol is the canoe.
I didn't really realize how much culture was involved in a canoe, and there's so much different cultural aspects that we have that connects us. And it was a great learning experience that we had with Manny and Ray.
Master carver and elder Manny Sampson shared his experience through this project.
It was a great experience, and we shared a lot of laughs. He taught me a lot of how to build a dugout canoe and learning how to make paddles as well.
He was making sure we're safe. He was passing on cultural stuff, teachings to us as we're working on a project, and he never said, you're doing it the wrong way. You're not supposed to do it that way. He never ever said that to us. He goes, wait, and then he went and showed us the proper technique. And that was one really important cultural aspect that I wanted to share with the youth, never saying you're doing it wrong or let's try it this way, I'll show you how to do it this way.
By celebrating and getting the children involved and really celebrating the big we, and that's coming forward now in a good way. So we're really proud of that solid relationship we are continuing to build with the town of Ladysmith.
My name is Mary Sertel. I love playing the spoons. And I had a brother-in-law who played the spoons. He was French-Canadian. And so I said to him one time at a family get-together, Joseph, show me how you do that. And we went and played. And he said, God damn you, Marie, I played the spoon all my life. You play 1/2 hour, you're better than me, you. So it's just been an ongoing thing for about 35 years. I have different kinds. I have wooden spoons that are carved out of maple from Ontario. And I also have a pair of Newfie spoons called a twofers because there's 4 spoons, but it looks like 2. And that makes an altogether different sound. I was told I should give lessons, so I'll think about that in the new year.
Welcome to Ice Clips, I'm Dan Marshall. We all know the Nanaimo Clippers are great on the ice, but what are they like in the locker room playing a game of mini hockey with mini sticks? We brought 4 competitors together to see who can win the Vandy Cup. Let's meet our first 2 contestants. Jake Harris is one of Nanaimo's top goal scorers, and he's also a very aggressive player when it comes to his mini hockey.
I'm the youngest of 2 brothers, 2 older brothers, so I was picked on a lot and had to play goalie and had to fight for myself in those, one-on-one battles in the basement. And, yeah, it got pretty physical, and I think I can take this one today.
Jeremy Gervais is a great rookie defenseman in the BCHL with the Clippers, but he's a savvy veteran at mini hockey.
I'd say I'm experienced. I had a lot of buddies. We played a lot of games, and I think I can take the championship. Harris, I don't think can match up, so we'll see our first game here.
Hey! Jake Harris showing his offensive touch. That looks like one of his go-to overtime celebrations in BCHL play. 1-0 Harris. Gervais from his own goal. Games to 2 in the mini hockey league. The scoop shot seems to be away. We're going, what a save. Whoa, Gervais ties this up. Harris takes it from his own goal line. Tough on the knees. It's a 1-1 tie. Oh, glove save by Gervais. The goaltending has been actually a highlight of this game so far. Oh, a couple of muckers and grinders here. Oh, off the post for Jake Harris. Oh, off the post and in. Gervais, a winner. Incredible celebration from Jeremy Gervais, and what a win. The dramatics of mini stick hockey.
I'm battling. I think I'm, battling through a torn ACL, MCL, meniscus right now. It's been a tough day. But, I'm going to get back on the horse, fall down 7, get up 8, and, just got to be back next year.
Harris was a great opponent, though. Much respect for him. Excited to see Brad and Mel go at it here and see who I get to take on in the finals.
One of the stars of Game 2 is David Meloragni. He perfected his game in his basement in Philadelphia, and now he's bringing it here to Nanaimo.
I consider myself the Roger Federer of mini hockey, so just the best.
Brad Belisle has a great hockey pedigree and he loves to score goals, but does he have what it takes to win at mini hockey?
I played a lot as a kid, like hockey in the hall at my grandparents' house, at my house, wherever I could get at it, so I'm really confident going into this.
Oh, huge goal for Brad Belisle. That was a serious snipe by Brad Belisle. That might be the goal of the tournament so far. Very measured approach. The chip shot has been a tried and true method here. Posting up. Oh, goal post and in! Post and in shot. David Meloragni has tied this game at 1-1. Both games have gone to OT. This game is no different. The Belislanders against Team David Meloragni. He does not need a nickname, but he needs another goal here. So far, Clipper defensemen, are 1-0 in this game. Oh, and David Meloragni with a diving play wins the game. Sets up an all D-men final. Meloragni against Gervais.
It's just 2 good Ontario boys went down today. I don't think they should have. So, cards fell how they did. So good luck to both guys in the finals.
Brad was a very good opponent there, but I had to work hard, get my 2 goals. Glad I came out with the W.
By looking at that last game, I think I just try to be good in net and capitalize on my chances, and I think the title will be mine for sure.
He's a good player, I think he's a little too aggressive. I think I can capitalize on that, play a little defense, attack when he goes a little too far offensively, and I think I can put a couple goals in from there.
Honestly, offense, I think, is going to win the championship today, so we'll see how that goes for me.
Team Meloragni and Team Gervais. Oh, what's a goaltending goal? What a goal! I like that as a goal. That's a good goal, Team Meloragny. 1-0, 1 goal away from championship glory.
Goal!
I'm agreeing goal.
Oh!
We got 3 goal judges here that say this is a 1-1 tie. Overtime in the final. Face off for OT. This is too big a moment. Meloragny and Gervais for the Vandy Cup, the championship of mini hockey. Oh, and Meloragny gets the goal. What a performance. What a performance.
You know, he's a very good player, very good at mini hockey, but he's a little offensive, and what I told you earlier, I was going to expose his offense with my defense, and that's how I won the game. There's no word to describe what I'm feeling right now. It's just ecstatic. It's amazing.
David Meloragny is your Nanaimo Clippers mini-stick hockey champion. 2 great games and 2 nail-biters right down to overtime to win the title. Thanks to all of our players on today's show, Brad Belisle, Jeremy Gervais, and Jake Karras. It was a fun competition of Nanaimo Clippers mini hockey. For Ice Clips, I'm Dan Marshall.
Extreme science.
Here's an extreme science demo that people are familiar with. Breaking a wine glass with sound. Now, typically you see people using their voice, but trust me, you do not want me using my voice to break this glass. When you strike a glass and you hear that sound, you're getting a wave along the rim here. You're getting a standing wave around the rim. And the glass itself is actually flexing. As we're talking about, several millimeters, it's flexing. And that's what's happening around the top here. And if it flexes enough, big enough amplitude, it's going to crack. And that's what we're hoping for. So the first thing I have to do is get, what frequency is this? I'll put this glass to the side. And what I'm going to do first of all, find out what frequency this glass vibrates at. And the way I do that is, I have a microphone here, connected to an oscilloscope. And when I get the right frequency, the sound goes up, and I'll be able to see that on the oscilloscope. Another thing I see is I'm looking at there's a little stir stick in the glass. It should start to vibrate when I'm close. I'm very, very close. Ah, there. So now I'm at the right frequency. The frequency is 974.6 hertz. Let me get the microphone out of the way. And now all I have to do is turn the sound up loud. So loud that that thing's going to flex so much, it's going to crack. This is an old demo, but a good demo, and it's an extreme case of resonance. And kids, don't do this at home.
I was going through a really hard time in my life. I'd suffered a number of losses. I was in a relationship that ended unexpectedly. I actually spent many days contemplating suicide. It was like 7 days after the breakup happened that I was like, okay, you gotta get out of bed and you gotta do something. So I literally went and got a good haircut, and I entered into a room that I could feel such a cool energy vibrating through. I felt empowered almost instantly. My name is Miss Clara Fox, and I'm a burlesque performer. Burlesque used to be looked at in a way to cater to men, but now burlesque is actually meant to cater to the performers themselves more. The most prominent thing that I experience out of doing this is empowerment. Empowerment that I get to share with my audience members and my fans. We have people that join burlesque to kind of get back a piece of themselves that they've lost, either through a sexual trauma or an abuse of some sort. Burlesque gives you a safe platform to express sensuality and sexuality without sex being part of it. I could find that beautiful, sexy part of myself again. It's an amazing feeling.
This is a pretty odd neck protector.
Hey everyone, my name is Matt Carter. Welcome to Matt About Town. I'm about here to tell you about a brand new hockey team in town, the VIU Mariners, a club team through Vancouver Island University. Now usually I'm actually down at the rink for the games, playing the organ, DJing some music, but the truth of the matter is, I've always wanted to be a goalie. So let's strap on the pads and see what the team is all about. Describe the level of play here in the BCIHL.
I'd say it's very comparable to a lot of the junior that they have in town, whether it be the Bucks or the Clippers.
People are a lot more stronger and more patient, and mindset is a lot better out here.
Classic hockey IQ is really strong.
Yeah, the hockey IQ is stronger, and boys and men out here.
We got some junior A guys, got some junior B guys, got a few dub guys sprinkled in, but it's good level hockey.
It's a high tempo, hard hitting. It's fun hockey to watch. I mean, guys are out there, there's fights, there's a lot of goals, there's tic-tac-toe plays. I mean, it's got it all.
What does it mean to you to be able to get an education and play competitive hockey at the same time?
Oh, best thing ever. I love it. I love the sport, love playing hockey, and just being able to get my education at the same time, dream come true.
I didn't think I was going to be still playing hockey after my 20-year-old year in junior, and I ended up getting an opportunity in Selkirk and then coming back to the island, which is pretty damn close to home, and it's just been a dream. It's been an absolute blast.
It means almost everything. I've always wanted to go to post-secondary schooling here, and to be able to play the game I love while getting an education is nothing but awesome.
How do you balance playing competitive hockey and your studies?
Time management, yeah, it's a grind, but we practice every day at 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m., so it's kind of nice to get practice out of the way in the morning, and the rest of the day is just basically studying.
A lot of the guys here are in similar programs, so I know a lot of the guys will do homework together or study in the libraries.
There's a couple study groups that will head up to the library every once in a while and get that done, but it definitely takes some work when you're a first-year student balancing the workload with the hockey.
All right, no, I'm going to take some shots here in a little bit. I can barely skate. I've never played goal before. What chance do I have?
Out here, I don't know. These guys got some good shots, but I think if you just stay in there and don't try and give anything away, you should be able to do all right.
Stay in front of the middle of the net, you know?
Play the angles.
Yeah, play the angles. Make sure you know where your posts are, I guess. I'm not sure.
Flop around. Be like Hasek.
I've been told to watch the posts, flop around, and stand up. So really, it's kind of mixed messages.
I'd watch some guys shoot for your head for sure.
Yeah. All right, well, my save percentage might not be too good, but if you want to see the VIU Mariners take shots against some real goalies in the BCIHL, check out the VIU Mariners men's hockey website, get the full schedule on there. All sorts of great games generally happening Saturday right here at the Nanaimo Ice Center. Games going all the way into February and March, so we'd love to see you out there supporting VIU Hockey. For Matt About Town, my name is Matt Carter. See you on the ice!
Well, hello, my name's Ariel. We're here at this lovely cafe and we're having a lovely party with all of my princess friends.
So you can watch our characters walk right off our pages and into yours. I'm Melissa Ball. I own Little Tales Princess Parties. We're the first of our kind in the city. Everything here is small business made. We offer classic characters that you know and love from growing up to the current characters.
Together. My turn.
Not every child is going to be able to go to Disneyland. It's really nice to be able to kind of bring the magic to people.
You're bringing a character to life.
And they get to really see and believe the magic.
It's kind of like meeting their idols.
At the end of the day, it always ends in a smile and a big warm hug.
Yay!
Really amazing feeling when you get to see them and how they react and how excited they get. Every princess that we've grown up with has overcome struggles and hardships, and through it all, they have shown kindness and compassion, and that's something that we need to show all of our young people today.
We have to find them.
I've got to get this. It's my publisher. We've been missing all.
Life is anything but ordinary for 12-year-old Hannah Zerke. Instead of playing with friends or going to public school, she spends her days rehearsing lines with her mom for a television show she is currently starring in, or preparing for one of the many auditions she goes to trying to land an acting role.
Probably about like
100 auditions a year, maybe. Almost 200 sometimes. It's a lot of auditions. I don't really remember most of the auditions when I was 6 and 7, but...
What's wrong? What happened?
I remember the bigger auditions. Sometimes I have to audition for like an 8-year-old, and I have to like wear pigtails, and I have to go to Vancouver like that. So wearing like a skirt and like really frilly skirts. So that's kind of embarrassing.
Hannah was 6 years old when she landed her first commercial.
Well, she knew what she wanted to do right from the start. She knew she wanted to be an actress. She was dedicated. She had a reading ability that was far beyond her years, and just a comprehension of characters and storylines and subject matter. And she's very, imaginative and creative. I mean, she's just a joy to work with.
When I tell people I'm an actor, they don't believe me.
This year has been the busiest yet for Hannah, landing a role in the film The Buddy Games, a network show Dirk Gently's holistic detective agency, an appearance in Chesapeake Shores, and a recurring role in the TV series When Calls the Heart, currently filming its 5th season in Vancouver.
I'm Ruby Benson. I don't really know much about my character because she doesn't really have a story yet, because they need to build on my character. So, yeah, and some of the other kids have stories now, but I don't yet. So I'm just, pretty soon I might have a story and build on my character.
In 2016, she received recognition for her dedication to her acting career, taking home a Joey Award, which celebrates young Canadian performers winning Best Actress in a TV commercial for Macy's called The Wish Writer.
I feel proud of myself for getting nominated, and I feel good that that all my acting is paid off. And I also got an award for the short film festival a year ago for Lost.
Hannah was nominated again this year for 3 Joeys, for Best Actress in a Short Film, Best Recurring Actress, and Best Ensemble Actress.
I'm absolutely delighted because, of course, one of the projects that she's been nominated for, I was actually the acting coach for on set. And we're all very proud of that body of work. Michael Chan's Lost. It's absolutely beautiful.
The competition is pretty tough, though. Hannah didn't take home a Joey Award this year.
No doubt she'll be nominated again next year. So it's the first nomination of many. I think Hannah's going to go all the way. Her destiny is Hollywood.
I don't have any regrets about becoming an actor.